Alright, so Mom wants an end table with seashells and lights in it and God only knows what else. We're going to attempt to accommodate. Lost track of how many beach themed boards and lazy Susans I've made for her, but apparently not enough. So it's going to be an end table. It's going to be 24 by 24 inches, going back and forth, a couple ideas and I guess visions on how to do this, and I got one. So we're going to start out with this piece of wood, some spalted maple. Looks pretty not so great right now, but once we get it through the planer, cleaned up and so forth, I got high hopes here. Something I didn't think of right away. Not that. So we gotta flatten this another way. Alright, we got our piece flattened out. It's probably about 30 minutes or so kind of feeding it through the sander, but got it. It's nice and smooth. Got it trimmed so what's in our mold fits good. I'm going to go ahead and take a grinder and just clean these ends up. Alright, we got our piece in our mold. Already got it sprayed with some mold release. I got a few different colors mixed up. I got some Carolina blue, some blue blood, and some Okinawa blue. Go ahead and just mix these in. Alright, our resin's dried, got it out of the mold. What I've done here is I've traced or attempted to trace slash drawn a section of the intercoastal waterway, basically where my parents live. So they live down in Vero Beach, Florida. So there are the two little bridges there. ICW goes up. Here are the little islands and channels and so forth. It's not the perfect representation, but I think it's decent. So, gotta get a router out, router all this out. Gonna be kind of a pain in my butt. Alright, we got the inside of this sanded a little bit, cleaned up, and next thing I'm going to work on is getting lights installed here. Of course, Mom wants lights. It's a pain in my butt. but we're gonna try to do it. So I got a strand of little LEDs here. This little switch with the couple watch batteries. We're gonna put that underneath, and then we're gonna string these along. I got a big long drill bit. I'm gonna drill a hole through here to feed it through, and then kind of wrap it around the other side. I do have another video on my page here where I go into a little more detail on how to put these all in, if you're interested in doing that. All right, we got this notched out. Switch is gonna go there. That way from the edge, they can just reach in, flip it on. We'll switch is right there. And then we'll feed this through to the other side. All right, so we're gonna have 4 corner legs. Obviously these corners, no problem. I got some wood to bite into. Here, I can screw into the epoxy, but I'm gonna have some screws coming up, so I'm putting some sand here, where hopefully I can screw in that way and kind of hide the screws, kind of piling it up here a little bit, give it a little bit of depth, make it look a little more natural, kind of like a natural sandbar or something maybe, I guess. All right, our resin's dry. Apologize for the noise in the background, just the fan blowing to help with some exhaust and the heat. Gonna get this out of the mold and start leveling it out. All right, we got everything flattened out, got the edges all trimmed up and square. Unfortunately, epoxy leaked into my switch. So that's DOA. So I'm going to take the router. I'm not sure that's the best idea, but I'm going to do it anyways and just tear this all out and see if maybe I can still get lights working, but at least get that out. Alright, we'll see if we can come up with the plan B. Nothing else. Sometimes failure's a learning experience. Little water pop. Alright, following day, we're continuing to sand this. It's about 800 degrees outside right now, hence the take top. I've gone up to 400 so far, getting ready to move up to 500. And we're going to keep going and then polish this clear stuff. Alright, next thing we're going to do, cut a couple grooves in the bottom of the table for some C-channel. Alright, so the original plan in life for this was to have lights inside the resin. I think I mentioned before that didn't work out. This is where my switch was going to be. Kind of right there is where it went into the resin. When I did the deep pour, some resin leaked in there and pretty much just ruined everything. So what I did here is I glued my switch there. And then I use these wire ties we got lights going around on the outside of it. Hoping a little bit of light will come through, but maybe it'll just light up underneath of the table when it gets dark. Hopefully it'll look decent. My options were a little limited, and on a bit of a time crunch here. It is Saturday and Monday I'm supposed to deliver this, and my mom lives a couple thousand miles away, so I got a pretty small window of opportunity here to finish this up.